UFO breaches airspace during military exercise on the 12th of February 2014. Below is a statement I received from an anonymous Reddit account with evidence of a sighting of a diamond-shaped craft. On multiple sensors: IR, weather radar, night vision, optical. On the 12th of February 2014, during the Cobra Gold military exercise, a significant breach of airspace integrity was observed involving an unidentified aircraft displaying characteristics consistent with the Lockheed Hopeless Diamond prototype. This incident raises serious concerns regarding the unauthorized presence of a potentially advanced aircraft during sensitive military operations. The craft is an early, enhanced version of the F-117. Those blueprints are from the original inventor, and during all these years it got perfected. While we cannot know conclusively, the reported erratic flight patterns and sudden stops lead to the conclusion that it has anti-gravity technology. Unfortunately, I don't possess exact knowledge regarding the inner workings of the propulsion system, or how it would make erratic maneuvers other than that it possesses anti-gravity technology that makes it stop mid-flight. The craft has been tracked by radar. Some of the radar tracks are available to the public, unbeknownst to them. We're familiar with the F-35 doing a vertical takeoff and stopping mid-air in 2013, but this was nothing like the F-35. This diamond craft would go so fast like the devil was on its tail, and then stop mid-air. This specific flight characteristic was observed on multiple occasions. The rapid acceleration and deceleration leads me to believe that the craft is unmanned, as the G-forces would crush human occupants. Although, whoever's piloting that diamond craft has a good 360 degrees overview with advanced sensors. The airframe being able to sustain such G-forces may imply a gravity field, which may still allow for the existence of occupants, but this is conjecture on my part. We only observed it from the outside. I was given the following questions pertaining to the topic from other posts. Below are brief responses. Q1. Cobra Gold happens every year and is a JCET Joint Combined Exercise Training event. Nice try. I'm ex-military and was a MLE at the USEMB for a period of time in a Cobra Gold participating SE Asian country. A1. I get where you're coming from. Not everyone has access to every single detail. Hell, even the president isn't clued in all the time. The incident mentioned happened in 2014, involving an unidentified craft in unusual circumstances. While the exercise is regular, the Diamond Craft event isn't widespread among participants or higher-ups. It's possible the event was classified or not disclosed to all. The incident described in the document doesn't necessarily conflict with the occurrence of the exercise itself. The account shared suggests that amidst the routine exercises, an unrelated, unique, possibly unauthorized, and anomalous event occurred in the sky. So, in other words, a regular Joe didn't need to know about a craft that is reported to have extreme maneuverability, sudden stops, erratic flight patterns. Q2. This doesn't really seem like it is a top-secret document to me. Typically those look very different. Usually have stamps of some kind, signatures all over it, and also the address. A2. Your observation is valid. The doc is presented in a more casual and personal style, which is not representative of the standard format used in official classified documents. The actual images were taken from the real document collage image slide and added to a Word document, and AL models may have assisted in refining the language and structure of the doc since there were only the images from the hard drive, and context was needed for the images to make sense. Q3. The military uses Times New Roman and next to no formatting in official documentation. A3. Well, yeah, official military documentation often follows a strict and standardized format. Indeed, it does. However, It's important to remember that the document provided here is from a scientific report shared by researchers who were working on environmental research in the area. And they claim to have been present during the described events. The images are from their research equipment which were mounted on the drone. Q4. Secret documents are never in color. A4. It is of vital importance that the images are shown in their original colors. Plus, the IR night vision images radar are dark in nature, and using monochrome or grayscale formats for printing doesn't help at all. Plus, you can find countless declassified documents with colorized images. Q6. Looks like a video game screenshot. We are not falling for this again so soon. A6. While skepticism is healthy, it's also important to keep the door open for the possibility of unexpected and unexplained events. Additional evidence or information may emerge over time that sheds more light on the subject. And you'd fall for it then. Just like you did with the MH370. Q7. L. The MQ-4C is the Navy variant and was not initially operational until 2018. A7. This was during its trials. According to the Navy, the initial envelope expansion flight test series was completed on March 13 and consisted of 13 sorties. The team had scheduled 14 flights, but completed the work in one less sortie than expected. According to the Navy, the MQ-4C flew for a total of 81 hours, reached a maximum altitude of 59,950 feet and executed 568 data points during these initial tests. Source: U.S. Naval Institute. Date: March 24, 2014. Q8. Employing a tactic known as volumetric interaction. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be a real term in any field. Simply Google volumetric interaction and there's nothing with that specific pairing of words in that order. For example, if that was a real phrase like positive lift, it would show up in a Google search easily. A8. Well, volumetric interaction may not be a standard or widely recognized phrase within common sources or fields. It's possible that the researcher used this term to describe a concept or phenomenon they witnessed during the described incident. But it might not align with established terminology. Q9. Lol. The MQ-4 has matte paint. It does not produce reflections. Also, the camera lens should have a spherical distortion, not just wide-angle perspective, FFS. A9. These look like reflections to me. Not to mention, the image was digitally enhanced to bring out the shape of that diamond aircraft, and as a result, you'd have sharp details. Why would the camera have spherical distortion? Do you know the type of camera that was mounted? Of course, you don't. So, not only your opinion is wrong, it's irrelevant. Who am I? I was part of a crew with access to the GCS for our MQ-4C drone during the military exercises, working on environmental research in the area. Back then, it was all about environmental research in that area. This was around the time when the drone had just finished, I think its 8th or 9th trial. So we were busy kitting it out with experimental gear. Non-military, of course, but still impressive stuff like the MSS and some unconventional image while scan capabilities, an IR night vision scanner, and the likes. This diamond craft, I'm not screaming UAP or out of this world. Rather, I'm thinking it's a slice of homegrown technology. There's no denying it's extraordinary, but my intuition says it is something we've got our hands on, reverse engineered it. So, while the theorists may be jumping down the rabbit hole, I'm over here with my feet on the ground. It's one of ours, wrapped up in a thick blanket of classified need-to-know secrecy. Let's not forget that the State Route 71 took flight in 1964 and looked extremely otherworldly to multiple nations. The intelligence community was likely going to start reaching out to people. The account that shared this was deleted. The original leaker attempted to post this to the sub, but it got removed for low karma. Hence he reached out to me, which I myself don't understand. Why me? Judging by the pictures and the statement, this may be legitimate. Post from user Punjabi Batman at Reddit.